So I'll say in general, we have not done bare metal K8s deployments. So I can't speak to the kind of the specific intricacies there. I can speak to things like us extending the mesh into VMs and pure bare metal deployments. In which case the primary problems are around bootstrapping of identity today, for the most part. But I can't speak specifically to K8s on bare metal. In my mind, that's not too different than like we have plenty of customers that are running K8s in their VM deployments, for example, and similar. But at the end of the day, as long as it's a conforming Kubernetes cluster, then it's not really so different. Right, there might be some specifics for how you do node ports versus not, and how you handle some ingresses. But in that way, I can maybe speak to ingresses, but otherwise it should be fairly normal Kubernetes.
Yeah, I was going to say that the Kubernetes is abstracting a lot of this away. Istio just relies on the Kubernetes pieces for most of that. So it's, most of the problem is going to be just getting Kubernetes clusters up and running, and the networking specifically that Zach's talking about, right? Getting node port,
so like
ingress and all that stuff working, but not.
Yeah, so like
should be fine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like a specific set of problems that we've seen fairly regularly in on-prem Kubernetes deployments is the fact that external load balancers are hard to make work, right? And so if that's the kind of stuff that you're talking about, there's a bunch of different techniques, but it largely comes down to how you actually run the L3 network that your clusters are sitting atop, right? And we've seen everything. I've seen people that have super sophisticated setups where they're assigning external IPs to Kubernetes services, and they're using BGP to make that work. And they just have traffic arrive at pods. Or I've seen them, sitting at the other end of the spectrum is, the Kubernetes cluster sit behind an F5 and it's pretty static. But it really depends on what the actual underlying network infrastructure that your on-prem or that your bare metal cluster is sitting atop.